Hi everyone, welcome to this interview with Rain Kirk. I'm Subaj. I'm the host and I'm the co-founder of International Morocco. Ryan, you are a Canadian living in Morocco, yeah? So you are a personal development expert working with Franklin Covey Maroc, which is an institution that specializes in giving trainings for professionals. You have a number of courses that you give within the framework of this institution, like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and 5 Choices of Extraordinary Productivity. You also offer workshops and team building sessions at a personal level. And now you have offered this training for the general public. I'm going to ask you about it in a bit. And you also have a YouTube channel, Maroc Treasure, where you give different tips on how to succeed at the personal and the professional level. And you're also the co-host, along with Ryan Maymoun, of Business in Morocco podcast, which I highly recommend, and where you talk about the business reality in Morocco. Yeah. So.
Yeah, thanks. That's a thorough introduction.
Please give us an introduction about you. Tell us more.
Okay, well, I originally moved to Casablanca in 2014. So it's been coming up on 6 years now that I've been here. And at first I was working with a company that does security barriers for highways. And that was my original reason for being here, was to try to expand into the North Africa market and working in a completely different industry than I am now. That was challenging and I wasn't very successful, wasn't making a lot of progress. And so I started teaching on the side, teaching business courses. I've always loved teaching and I have a background in education. I've done my MBA. And so I taught at SIST, British Education. It's a university here in Casa that teaches completely in English. And so I was doing that and then gradually expanded over time my focus on teaching and investing in others and personal development. And that's why I started working with Franklin Covey, and I have my own company that I've launched to offer training separately.
Great. So I want to share the screen with people so they can see your website and your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So this is your website, Maroc Treasure. And I want to ask you about this course that you're offering for the public. By the way, I signed up to your program, and I'm very happy to be part of it. So tell us a little bit about the program of Power of Habits for Success.
All right. So this is something I started doing this past fall, doing workshops here in Casablanca, not one-on-one, but in small groups of less than 10. And so that top picture up there shows kind of the setting, and it's a half-day workshop. And the basic premise of the course is learning about habits and how to leverage them, how to use them in order to reach success, in order to reach your vision of success. So the basic formula of the day is purpose plus habits plus time equals success. Great. And so the course helps people define what it is that's important to them and choose priorities, and then teaches about habits and how to develop good habits, how to replace bad habits in our life, and then also the effects of time. So just once we establish good habits, we just need to continue and let those small actions compound and build up, and we'll be on the pathway towards success.
Great. So you kind of see habits as which you have articulated in a couple of videos before, as an alternative to motivation, which a lot of people seek in order to increase their productivity and performance.
Exactly. Motivation gets you started, but habits keep you going. So you need motivation to begin habits. You first have to decide, I want to make a change. I'm not content with the current situation, and so I need to do something differently. If I continue doing what I'm always doing, I'm only going to see the same exact results. So once we start there and we have some motivation, we can use that motivation and channel it into forming new habits. But if we don't, motivation doesn't last. And so we've all been there before, where we've started off excited, kind of sprint away from the starting line. But usually about 10 days, 2 weeks in, there's some setback or just a gradual depletion of our motivation. And before we've established a habit, we lose that desire to keep going, and no change ends up taking place. Whereas habits are automatic. They don't require a decision from us. We don't have to analyze and think about it. We don't have to convince ourselves. We don't even have to be motivated. Habits just are recurring behavior.
So a lot of this wisdom is shared on your page, Marok Treasure, where you talk about different things and you interview different individuals and entrepreneurs, young people that have made it or are making it in Morocco. So it's a very, very positive message that I think a lot of young people should watch. Moroccans generally, not necessarily or exclusively young people. Also, I want to draw people's attention to Business in Morocco podcast. Very, very interesting podcast that you do with Rain. And you talk about the business situation or business atmosphere in Morocco, and you give tips on how to get employment, how to sign up new clients, and so forth. Mm-hmm. And this is our website, International Morocco.